Yeah, I'm right back at you like I never left, and I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoe, Consul Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Canoe. I'm here. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear because a lot of y'all can't hear it. Now, today is My Thoughts 45, and I want to give my thoughts on another video, religious in nature, but for me, growing up in the 80s, in the 1900s, the 20th century, it was a different era for the group that I'm getting ready to speak about, their leader. It took on a whole different dynamic and demographic, if you will. Some of its rules, the 101s and the pinpoint rules that they used to stand firm on, has changed, and they have wiggle room for certain things. They acceptable. They in acceptance of different things. That was a no in the beginning, and I want to give my thoughts on that type of on that video today. So this is a fair use act. A person can watch the video wherever they can find it at. Um, Again, for me, I'm not taking anything from anybody. I'm giving them back their spirituality, what was taken from you at the time a religion was put in your hand. In any of the religions, I'm not prejudiced on one religion. I don't find no favor in any religions because all of them were stolen, bastardized, manipulated, and made for the people who's best befitting of the religion, as it should be. So I'm going to give my thoughts on this video, and like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching.
Who are we following? All right, I'm going to ask some questions. Did Jesus smoke reefer? Did he hit the pipe a little bit? I know they said he turned water into wine at the wedding feast, but did they ever say Jesus got drunk? Did he ever beat a woman? He didn't beat Mary. He didn't beat Martha. Did he cuss out his mother? Was he effeminate? He loved men because all the disciples were men. He loved them. He washed their feet. But did he have sex with them? Was Mary and Martha, were they lesbians? Well, how the hell did we get like we are if we're following him? Talk to me! Who are we following?
That's the video. It's a short, it's a longer speech, but I found it just like I presented it to you in a short form or a short version video. Okay. My problem with that, and the gentleman that's speaking is Minister Louis Farrakhan. Some might call him honorable, but I don't need to call him that. But that is his title, and that's what he liked to be called. So, Honorable Louis, Minister Farrakhan, whatever have you. I'm not a follower of Islam. I'm not a follower of any religion because I practice spirituality. Now, my thoughts on the video was, it's very questionable for people who follow the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam was started right here in the United States of America, the North American region to be exact. It was found in, I believe, New York or New Jersey, whatever the case may be. Not a specialist on the Nation of Islam, though I know things about it. It's roughly 100 and something years old. Started by a white man named Master Farad Muhammad. He was a white man, okay? If anybody don't believe it, go look it up. Look up Master or Massa Farad Muhammad, W.D. Farad Muhammad, and you'll see he was not of African descent. So that was their God. If something not spinning right now in your head, that black group that I'm talking about was known as a Black Power hate group at one time. because they began hitting the ground real heavy in the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. They had a star pupil, a prized possession named Malcolm X, or El-Haj Malik Shabazz. Before that, they had another star, a general in charge of the whole thing. His name was Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And the story goes that this white man, Master Farad Muhammad, or WD Farad Muhammad, a white man, went and found this little guy, named Elijah Muhammad, woke him up from the dead. They're not talking about in a physical manner. They're talking about he was dead spiritually in knowledge. And he rose him up and he became the prophet. He takes the place of the original prophet Muhammad, because this is like a little small secular group for the United States of America. And it was a black empowerment group, if you will. Okay. All black, no Europeans, no, none of that can even get in. They said that the European was a devil, and it's no reforming the devil. He cannot be fixed up. He's a straight up devil. They created him to see how devilish a devil can get. All silly, stupid shit. Excuse my language. Stupid stuff that religion is built on. Okay, so as long as grown-ups can sit here and listen to all these silly, stupid stories and think that they can sit up here upright in front of you and spew out a bunch of words that you don't know, so you question, this brother sound deep. They're not deep. They're deep fools, because you're going around and gathering up all this said knowledge that you're supposed to have, but you're ignoring the fact that all of this is a sham straight from the beginning. For a black empowerment group, the face and the god of it is a white man. Puzzling, very puzzling, which brings me to the video. This Minister Louis Farrakhan gentleman, he was around when Elijah Muhammad was around. So he know that the white man is said to be a devil. But on here, who is he saying? Who are we following? Listen real good. Who are we following? Now, Jesus, all throughout all times, is said to be a white man. Okay, a lot of people don't want to get into it like that, the black and white of it, and understand that this is a Greco-Roman deity or God. Okay, when you Latinize it, Jesus or Jesus, that becomes the same thing. And the term Jesus is nothing showing you that this is Zeus, Apollo, Mercury, any of these people re-embodied, refaced, and repackaged to give to you now. Okay, this is all Europeans doing. And Minister Louis Farrakhan, he knows that. But he's on here. Who are we following? Did Jesus do something? Why is he speaking about Jesus? Jesus don't have nothing to do with the Nation of Islam's 101s. Again, remember what I said. In the Nation of Islam, the white man is the devil. Can the devil be reformed and refixed? And can he be, can he be forgiven for all the stuff he did? It's a no. Go look it up. This is their rules. So now he didn't backpedal and backslide, and he got some wiggle room. He up there looking like a fool, if you ask me, a damn fool. Okay? Because I just was born in the 80s, and from the 80s on up, the Islamic group known as the Nation of Islam, we understood at one time people would say they don't take no shit. And again, excuse my language, but that's the terminology people would understand. Like, ooh, the Muslims don't take no shit. But if you know the fundamental foundation of it, it's nothing but a laughing stock like every other religion. They damn fools. A black empowerment Muslim group that spearheaded in the face of it is a European Neanderthal, okay, or caveman. And these are terms that I derived from. I didn't bring up the Neanderthal. I give that to General Seti. I always say he's the, he came up with that lingo. So, but that's what they classify them as: Cro-Magnon man or Neanderthals. Okay. But for me, I'm okay with calling them a caveman. That's where they came from. Okay, it came out of the cave. And if you want to say the same thing about me, that's fine too. But the European is the person that named this self the caveman. So I have to classify him what he likes to be called as well. So he's on here talking about, what about Jesus? What did Jesus do? The Muslims in the background, yeah, no, he didn't do that. But in their mind, they should be saying, we can give less than a damn about a white man named Jesus. This is what they should be saying. And if they said that, I'm firmly okay with that, because that was their foundation. That's how they was brought to the world. A black empowerment group who gonna do stuff for black. Now their God is not even black, but they're a black empowerment group. You see what I'm saying? So it's funny, laughable stuff like this over and over and over and over. Did Jesus, was he effeminate? He loved men, he washed men's feet. We came to the conclusion, well, on this channel, I came to the conclusion, yes, Jesus was a sissy or a punk, a faggot, an LGBTQ person. But for lack of better terms, I use those terms as street terms. And those were what I used to hear back in the 70s and the 80s, and people didn't have no problem with. So I'm not demeaning anybody. I'm saying Jesus was a sissy for my terminology. In your terminology, he was an LGBTQ person. I came to the conclusion of that. So now Minister Farrakhan, he's not asking you, did the Prophet Muhammad do any of these things? Because see, the Prophet Muhammad was a rapist. It says you can beat your woman in the Quran, Surah 434. It says you tie her up and then beat her. So he not asking you nothing about, did the Prophet do this? Or did Honorable Elijah Muhammad do this? Yeah, he raped women, he did all that. Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he did statutory rape, allegedly. Malcolm X was kicked out of the Nation of Islam for these claims. He fathered 6 underage kids with underage women. This is what Malcolm X got kicked out for, because he wouldn't stop telling the truth on that. Or they said spreading lies, excuse me. Okay. But again, this man not on here asking about none of his followers or leaders, because they all screwed up. He talking about, what did Jesus do? Did Jesus smoke weed? If you have any sense, his adherents, his congregants, his followers should have been saying, we can give less than a damn about Jesus. Who is Jesus? See, but since it's so meshed and mixed up, and religion is nothing but out of religion comes religion. Jesus is Farrakhan's God now. That's why he's asking people, who are we following then? If we're not following Jesus, that mighty good God, that white man God that the white man gave us. See, he's abandoned that Nation of Islam crap. See, it's still called that. But this is a good Christian man now. That brother that we seen on there, he's a good old boy, a good Christian man, abiding by all their rules. He might say something here and there, but they say, hey man, Louis old. He ain't got nothing going on. He's an old man. He's confused. Now he worships our Jesus the Christ. End of the story. And that's my problem with that. Religion develops insanity. The sooner you can get rid of man-made religion, abandon all religions and all man-made gods, the closer and sooner you can regain your spirituality. That's my thoughts on the video. Minister Louis Farrakhan in his later days have abandoned all the terms, the words, the beliefs, the principles, standpoints, and all fundamental foundation that the Nation of Islam has stood for. Abandoned that, threw it in the damn lake, and he represents to you this new Nation of Islam, a group of good old boys who accepts Scientologists, L. Ron Hubbards, Dianetics, genetics, making these Europeans honorary FOI members, white men in the Nation of Islam, and they give him an honorary membership to be a Scientologist, a damn fool, and he accepts it. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoe Consul Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Canoe. Yeah. This is what I do, and I love to do it. Before I take back what I said, I add some more to it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching.